Host David Bromstad guides lucky lottery winners through the process of landing their ultimate living situation on HGTV's My Lottery Dream Home. But from the winner's crazy wish lists to David's lucky win, this is the untold truth of the hit TV show. Launching any new TV series comes with its challenges, but for HGTV's My Lottery Dream Home, those obstacles were even more daunting, and for a very good reason. People who have just won big bucks in the lottery might not want the kind of attention brought on by reality TV. This initially made casting the show somewhat tricky. Producer Mike Krupat told Media Week, "Lottery winners don't really need the exposure, and they don't need the money to participate.
You're millionaires!
Yay! I love it!
According to Krupat, the series' first season was easily its most difficult when it came to finding people willing to appear on the show. He said, "We reached out to close to 1,000 lottery winners, and we got 10 to appear on our first season." After My Lottery Dream Home was on the air and winners could see what the show was all about, casting became significantly easier. Krupat added, "Once winners saw the show and how it was about wish fulfillment and making people's dreams become a reality, people were more willing to take part." The show has consistently been a ratings winner for the network.
I'll show you how to live like a millionaire.
The 2018 season premiere, in fact, set a new ratings record when 3.3 million total viewers tuned in. HGTV pointed out that this was not only the series' highest-rated season premiere to date, it was also the highest-rated episode of My Lottery Dream Home ever.
Glad you only showed us 3.
I can show you more.
Please don't.
But ratings only tell part of the story. The series has also been a strong source of entertainment on other platforms beyond traditional TV. According to HGTV, in early 2020, the series was, quote, the second most streamed show on the network's streaming service, HGTV Go. The show also performed well on social media, with a January 3rd episode generating more than 270,000 views on HGTV's Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. When Season 7's Brian and his wife Took won $200,000 from a scratch-off ticket, they immediately thought of the show as a means to purchase a new home. Brian told the Herald Net, "My wife and I had always watched that show before we won the scratch ticket. I used to joke we'd have David find us a house if we ever won."
I beg.
When he reached out to producers, Brian received a quick response, and a few months later, the couple was filming the show. While $200,000 isn't that much to work with, Bromstad was able to help lead the couple to a classic Victorian on Washington's picturesque Whidbey Island. Brian said he found the long days of filming to be grueling and revealed he got a crash course in some of the more unreal aspects of reality TV.
Come on in, guys.
Ooh, wow. I like it.
Right?
According to the newspaper, Brian admitted, "I wasn't prepared for the number of times I had to walk into the same room and look surprised." What viewers of the show see on screen is only part of what takes place during filming. In an interview with TV Insider, David Bromstad described the process a lottery winner goes through during the course of an episode from his perspective. Bromstad explained that when he first meets the winners, he knows the bare bones of their backstory, but tries not to learn much more than that ahead of time.
I went downstairs and I'm like, "We won $1 million." And she goes, "Don't do this to me now."
After the winners tell him what they're looking for and how much money they've won, Bromstad spends some time with them off camera. It's then that he says, "I really get into the nitty-gritty of what they want, where they want to be, what I can look for, what I can't. We can only put so much on TV." In terms of how much advice he gives, Bromstad says that varies from person to person. He added, "I give them as much as they want to hear." The big lure for fans of the show is the spectacle of watching average folks who've just won a windfall take off on a real estate shopping spree in search of an opulent, over-the-top new home. But that doesn't always prove to be the case. Bromstad told the New York Post, "It all depends on how much money they've just won. Some people are living paycheck to paycheck, and they're pretty smart. Like, wow, I'm 35 years old and I've just won $1 million. It's going to change my life for the moment, but I've got to be smart about it."
I just want a place to gather for the holidays, upgrade the family house.
That is so sweet.
Just as there's no one particular type of home that everyone's looking for, nor is there one specific type of lottery winner. Bromstad explained, They're younger, they're older. We had a gentleman who won $4 million, who was in his late 20s and wanted to be a landlord. Older couples are frequently looking for a retirement home for the rest of their days. It really runs the gamut. Host David Bromstad considers himself a sounding board and advisor to the people he guides through the show. He told the New York Post, "It's always nice to have someone who's not really part of their lives, an outside source, to come in without any great emotions while listening to what they're looking for in a home." While Bromstad does his best to offer wise counsel, sometimes he finds himself working with someone who's looking for something a bit on the bonkers side. Asked to pin down the oddest thing he's encountered on a winner's wish list, Bromstad told AOL, "The most bizarre was a guy who wanted a lot of bathrooms in the Hamptons. You know, we're in the Hamptons, so we want lots of bathrooms."
Don't have to wait for Christina or Donna to get out of the bathroom.
No wonder why you want an excess amount of bathroom.
The most surprising thing Bromstad has learned from fulfilling winners' requests is how many of them look for homes near families. He revealed, "That is 100% the biggest thing. A house could be in the middle of nowhere and they always stay close to family. That was something that really surprised me. It's all about family."
And action.
David Bromstad's path to hosting My Lottery Dream Home was far from typical. As the network's longtime viewers will recall, Bromstad first came to HGTV as a contestant on the first season of Design Star in 2006, competing against other hopefuls for the opportunity to host an HGTV show. Bromstad was the show's first ever winner, which led him to be hired to host HGTV's Color Splash.
My parents raised me to, work hard for my money and be very grateful and praise the Lord because of it and be humble.
That gig led to more hosting jobs with the network. And when the opportunity arose to host My Lottery Dream Home, Bromstad had become a seasoned HGTV veteran with years of experience in front of the camera. He said in a network interview, "Whenever people call me a star, I think it's weird. I go, no, I'm just a person with a cool job."
Super fun. Unicorns and rainbows, people.
After working with all those winners on the show, you'd think that surely Bromstad must be tempted to pick up the occasional ticket himself in the hopes of winning the jackpot. But he told The Wrap, "No, I do not play the lottery because I've already won the lottery. I won Design Star, and that was my lottery." In fact, Bromstad says he's, quote, "generally not a very lucky person." He told the outlet, "It's hard for me to spend $30 on a scratcher or $20 or even $10 on a few scratchers. I'd rather buy canoes." Of course, that's not to say Bromstad hasn't been tempted, which was the case when the Powerball jackpot rose to nearly $1.6 billion in 2016. He told AOL, "I was in the middle of nowhere filming when it was going on, so I figured I might as well buy a ticket at every gas station I went to. I bought $100 worth of tickets." Asked what he would have done had he won the $1.6 billion, he quipped, "I would have dropped the mic and said, 'Peace out, no one would see me ever again.'" My Lottery Dream Home is especially memorable thanks to its multi-million-dollar pilot episode. The lottery winners who appeared on the series debut, Rick and Lori Knudsen, won more money than anyone who would ever appear on the show, a whopping $180 million.
You ever held 180 million?
No, I haven't.
Host Bromstad ultimately steered the Knudsen's to a hilltop stunner listed for a relatively modest $5.8 million. Features reportedly included, quote, 17-seat movie theatre and garage fit for a car collector. Meanwhile, the Knudsen's ponied up even more of their millions for an adjacent property, a 155-acre bison ranch. The outlet estimated that the couple spent about $11.5 million of their $180 million windfall on the properties, and the following year they bought homes for each of their 5 children. Bromstad joked to the Los Angeles Times, "They bought a mountain. The home was magical, very chic. It looked like a ski lodge, breathtaking. But as big as it was very cozy."
Mountain we stared at, we own.
The lottery winners on the show really do run the gamut, from 6-figure scratch-off wins to multi-million-dollar jackpots. With so much disparity in the amount of money won by the clients, host Bromstad is put to the test as he tries to locate ideal homes for a wide range of winners. And this can go from prices no object opulence to bargain deals. The average winner who appears on My Lottery Dream Home makes off with about $1 million, according to Bromstad, who told TV Insider, "They're looking for houses that are appropriate for their win." According to Bromstad, these winners usually don't spend all their winnings on a home, typically because they'll use some money to pay off debts and gain financial stability. Most of them, he revealed, are also first-time homeowners. He said, they are living in condos or renting a home, so they're paying off debts and then moving forward. To me, winning $1 million just elevates your plans 10 years.
This is going to be an absolute hoot.
Among the many winners to appear on the show was Anthony Culligan of Louisiana, who won $2 million through his state Powerball lottery. As Culligan told the Acadiana Advocate, filming his episode entailed spending Mardi Gras weekend with Bromstad while looking for a new home near his family. He said, I tell you, we laughed and cut up and had so much fun. I didn't know he was like that. I did not know. I just started laughing and couldn't stop. During their time together, Culligan and Bromstad took in a Mardi Gras parade and even went on a swamp tour, while the newly minted millionaire also taught Bromstad the proper way to peel and eat boiled crawfish. Culligan said, this was my first time hanging out with a celebrity and it was a blast. Winning the lottery didn't change me, but it changed the people around me.
He did a great job. He made one happy family right here.
David Bromstad has advised lottery winners over the course of several seasons, and he revealed the most important piece of advice he shares with those who've just come into a lot of money, telling the Los Angeles Times, having $1 million is not going to sustain you, it's just going to progress you. He pointed to the example of someone who had appeared on the show after winning a $4 million jackpot, spending $350,000 on a home even though they could have spent much more. Bromstad said, they could have easily run out and bought a $1 million house. They understood that money is about investment.
Oh, I just love you!
According to Bromstad, his role on the show transcends real estate and home design. He says, they're bringing me in because they're stuck. It's just the overwhelming amount of choices they now have. I tell them to take a breath and make this decision correctly and have a good time with it. I treat them like a friend. We have the best time ever. It's a love fest. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more list videos about your favorite shows are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.